have been ordered in Lincolnshire. The weirdest food requests. And, well, Hannah, who's working on the show, I challenged you to find a place in Lincolnshire that has had to deal with some weird food requests. Where have you found?
So I went out, searched high and low all throughout Lincolnshire, thought of places which might have some really weird and awful food orders, and I found a little burger van in Market Raisin.
Okay, so Lou's here. She works at the burger van. Hello, Lou.
Good evening, George. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm absolutely awesome, honey. I'm rocking it. It's all good.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. So tell me a bit about the burger van. What is your bread, well, maybe not bread and butter, but sort of like your standard stuff that you would sell?
Brilliant. So, I mean, we've been going for over 20 years in Market Raisin, and we produce everything you'd imagine from your traditional sausage sandwiches, your Lincolnshire, your bacon, and then people started twisting it up a bit, started getting a bit eclectic, a little bit more sort of, twisty, new things coming in, mixing in with old things. And, it just started a whole new roll of a menu going.
So what sort of stuff is on this sort of like alternative menu? What's the strangest thing that's requested?
Oh, my goodness, where do you start? Well, I'm probably the worst culprit for making weird things. So, for example, we've got one particular guy who invented the Raisin New Yorker. So the Raisin New Yorker incorporates, you get chicken breast, bacon, full salad, 6 cheese slices, and it comes wrapped in 3 burritos. It's huge.
I feel like my stomach aches just thinking about that. I feel like I'm full just hearing the description of it.
Everyone loves us after Friday night.
But the thing is, that sounds quite edible. Have you had any requests that when you heard them, you thought, that should not go anywhere near your stomach, but I'm going to make it anyway?
I've got one particular lady who likes an Italian panini with cheddar cheese and Lincolnshire sausage. That was a bit unusual.
And how does that taste then?
Well, I love Lincolnshire sausage. I mean, it's Lincolnshire, so what's not to love? It's all good. I think the only one that I've probably struggled with a little bit myself was a guy who wanted spam, egg, cheese, onions and barbecue sauce. But, it's all good.
I mean, you lost me with spam and onions because they are 2 things that shouldn't go anywhere near a mouth.
It's good traditional food.
Is there anything that you've woken up in the middle of the night and thought, oh my God, I need to make this and see if it works?
Yes, that happens a lot. You can ask my family about that. I'm a bit of a nightmare. I cook at home as well as at work. I tend to experiment a lot with things like scooping out bread and filling it up with various different fillings.
What's the weirdest thing you've scooped into bread?
Oh my goodness, probably stew.
Ooh.
A lovely beef and cheese stew, and then loaded it up into a loaf, put the top back on, smothered the whole thing in cheese and toasted it, and it was absolutely amazing.
My stomach is rumbling. We shouldn't have had this conversation tonight. Have there been any of the weird food orders that you've put on the menu after people have been ordering them and you thought, well, I guess if people want this, I'll put it on there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so we started off with sort of trying to be a bit posh and putting on a lovely beef brisket, slow roasted and what have you, bit of blue cheese sauce in there, and that kind of evolved into everything that we've got in there, going in there with blue cheese sauce. Our latest one, which is really doing well, is the mega breakfast, and that's 5 bacon, 5 sausage, 5 eggs, 5 hash browns, mushrooms, cheese.
Stop it!
21-inch baguette.
Oh, stop it! I can't talk. Right, I can't talk about food anymore. We shouldn't have done this topic when I forgot to have my tea properly. Right, thank you, Lou, from the burger van in Market Raisin, shedding some light on some of the strange and weird food requests that she's been getting.